like to give you a tour around of my off-the-grid hunting cabin. I built it I started building it in 2010 and I completed it in 2016. So I'll give you a walk around of the cabin and show you what I've done, and I'll also show you the power setup. Right, so let's go. Oh yeah, I'd just like to show you guys this. This is my rotating shooting table. So the seat also moves as well. And the beauty with that is I can shoot off the veranda, and I've got like a 180 degree pan, and I can shoot over the fence. So I had to make it quite high. It's sitting at about 1400, and it's all on nylon rollers. So yeah, it works really good. Okay, so last trip up I put these security screens on. I wasn't 100% happy with them. They're a little bit drummy because of the big windows, but they're great for bushfire protection, and it's another line of defence when it comes to keeping out intruders. Like, you get through it with an angle grinder, but you're not going to cut through it with a knife. So most of the trespassers we have up here are shooters. So and most of the time they're not even carrying tools. So pretty opportunistic. Okay, they're the solar panels there. I've got 4 of them. They're 200 watters. They're 48 volt each, and they go into a charge controller that reduces them down to 12 volts. And then I have a 12 volt inverter, and that gives me everything I need. Sorry, 12 volt to 240 volt inverter. So inside the cabin I'm running 240 volt lights and everything like that. You can't see that there. I'll turn the light on just to show you. There you go. Completely off the grid, guys. 240 volt fridge. I've got gas cooktop, gas hot water, flush toilet, which is great to have up here. I used to have the long drop for about probably 10 years, and this is much better. So no flies on your turds. Alright, the shower in there, and now this down here is the pressure pump. It's an 18 litre tank, and I had a lot of problems with this running it with the inverter. Couldn't get up to pressure, which was the cut-off pressure, I think was 36 psi. So what I did is I mounted this cheap digital switch there, and that had cut out at about 34 psi, which is when the motor had cut out. So works really good, but I'm going to do away with it and just have a gravity system. I'm going to put a water tank up on the hill, which is 20 metres higher up than the cabin, and that'll give me, I think I calculated about 18-19 psi, which will run that hot water system and the toilet and everything. Okay, now just panning around, a lot of the stuff here I got for near to nothing. Like the sink, I came from a girl called Vanessa at work, and the tap as well. The cabinets came out of a science lab from a good mate of mine, Jason, and they really match the timber walls quite good. I put new handles on them and that, but like they're really good. Okay, I'll just show you some of the food and stuff I keep up here. I always keep about a month's supply because the creek can come up here, and once I was stuck up here for about 2 weeks, and they're actually flying choppers out to airlift some of the other neighbours out, but I stayed here. I was quite comfortable. As you can see why. There's plenty of piss in this place too. I started getting a bar happening here. The missus wasn't real happy about it because we don't have a bar at home, but you've got to have a bar up the cabin. Alright, so some more alcohol down there. This glass table I scored on the side of the road. It had one broken leg, it just needed gluing back on, but quite easy to clean. Just panning around. Oh yeah, you can see that little light up there. That's a PIR alarm system. I scored this alarm system on eBay. 20 bucks, no one bid on it, would you believe? And that's a industrial one, worth about $1,000. So it comes with the box and everything like that. And I don't know if you can see it in there, a bit close, but hang on. So that's the alarm system. All right, now a bit on the power system. I have, hang on, I'll just move that out, give it a bit of light. Yeah, it's better. Okay, I've got 670 amp hour batteries there, so that'll give you, what's that, 1020 amp hours. So there's your 5000 watt inverter, and that's your charge controller there. And I've got like a circuit breaker for the solar panels over here. Alright, so it all locks up in a nice box. Now that ball thing on there is actually a fire extinguisher. If anything happened to catch on fire up here, that fireball is supposed to explode and spray chemicals everywhere. And hopefully you never have to try it. Alright, so if you look down at the batteries there, they're all hooked up in parallel. So you've got 12 volts all hooked together. I've got a little circuit breaker there, and I trip that when I'm not here, so if there's a lightning strike, hopefully everything doesn't get cooked. Okay, alright, so panning around, there's a rifle safe there. Yep, in Australia you've got to lock everything up, and when you're not using it, but I'm in the process of using it at the moment. So I have a big stereo system here. I'll just turn the power on. And so yeah, hang on a sec. And
for Saturday, call Warren today at Barron's Tyre and Mechanical on 684.
All right, so there you go. That's that. All right, let's go upstairs. Okay. Now my kids use this to sleep in up here, but they're not here at the moment, so yeah, it's quite cosy in winter. In summer it gets way too hot, even though the roof's insulated, but it's quite nice in winter. Alright, now this is a chandelier that I made. So what I did is I hooked up 6 of those cheap kerosene lanterns that you buy, and I rigged them up in parallel and running 3 watt globes through them that actually look like a flame, and they come up quite nice actually. I was really happy with it. It was a bit of a chore lifting it up. The thing weighs about 70 kilos, and they come off an old wagon in Europe somewhere, and yeah, I had to set up a scaffold and got it up. Now all the LED light in the place I made myself. I did a course originally to fix the front door, and I ended up building about 4 or 5 LED light windows for the cabin as well, and they're all matching, so just careful back down the stairs. Alright, so let's go out the back. Oh, here's a nice back door. There's the window there. I don't know if you can see the LED light glass. There's an old washing machine that I've scored for 20 bucks. The beauty with these is they've got no solenoid switches in them and that, so you can run them with bugger all pressure in them. So they're good for off-the-grid applications. Okay, there's gas bottles for the cooker and the shower. So I have them outside, so there's no risk of gas. Alright, I've got a fire hose reel that I scored on the side of the road in the council clean-up, and I've got a firefighting pump that I can just hook up to the tank and onto that, and that gives me firefighting ability. Alright, so panning around. Yeah, so here these security screens here, they're a lot tougher with a smaller window. Alright. So yeah, 7,000 bricks in this cabin, and in 2010 I started laying, and I finished laying in 2015, and it's all double brick, keeps the warmth in the winter, cool in the summer. Water tank, it's 14,000 litres. I don't know what that is in gallons, but what I intend to do is, my property goes way up to the top of that hill up there, so I'm going to try and get a tank up there, about 20 metres high, about halfway up the hill, and run a 2-inch hose all the way down here and hook it up. And I'll be able to pump up this tank up to there, and that'll give me mains pressure, and I can do away with the bloody pressure pump and all the noise. Okay, I'll show you this gate that I put in. The reason I put this in is that garden I've got out the front, all the feral goats and kangaroos were coming in and eating all the bloody plants, and I got sick of that, so I built this fence right round. I'm quite happy with it. Originally I got the mesh to build a goat trap, but it was too good for that, and so yeah, it went right around the property. It's it works a little bit. You're still getting goats coming in through the garage, would you believe? That's just paddock basher car there, my old Subaru. Bit of firewood stacked up. Alright, let's go out the back here. Yeah, so I'm about 80 k's from the nearest town. So there was 4 truckloads of concrete in this cabin, and they had to put a retardant in it, and we could only do it in winter. Now, I laid bricks every time I was coming up here, which was a 4-day weekend once a month, so that's why it took me so long. Now, I built this fireplace last year. Yeah, it works okay. There's a lot of rocks in it. It's more a fun project than anything else. Now, I'll just pan the camera around. If you look down there, you'll see a green shed. That was what I used to stay in. That's off the grid as well, but it ain't nowhere as nice as this place. So the beauty with this, back over here for a sec. Alright, so I got breakfast on. Yeah, sausages and onions, and we've got bloody broccoli cooking inside. So you pan up there. Hang on. Can't really see it. No. Oh, there's supposed to be a... Well, I can't see it in the picture anyway, but there's a wind vane up there. Alright, so I think that's about it, guys. Just come in here for a sec, and I'll just show you the pig. That pig I shot in the property next door, probably a good 7 or 8 years ago now, and the goat I shot on this property, I think it's about a 40-incher or close to it. I don't know if you can see down there's a fire that I built. Hang on, I'll move that bloody ladder out of the way. Alright, so yeah, that was all made out of 8mm steel plate, and I put fire bricks in it, and I got the door down the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. That came off an old cast iron stove, so yeah, quite happy with it. Really heats the place right up. Put that back there. So yeah, another LED light window there, if you look at them. Quite nice actually. And this is how it started. I bought this door for, I think it was 80 bucks, come out of a Federation house on eBay, and it had a cracked glass, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll just get the glass fixed, and then it was like, no mate, they want 500 bucks. And the guy took me into doing the course for $10 a week, so I repaired it myself and built all the other windows. So yeah, quite happy with that, and I think it's time to go because it looks like dinner's ready. Alright, so there you go guys, that's my cabin. I'll just give you a pan from the front looking in, give you a bit of a view what it looks like from the front. It's quite nice up here. This whole valley's mine, and the mountain behind it as well. I've got 320 acres. If you look down there, that's a game feeder. I've shot a lot of pigs on that from the veranda at night. So here we go. So that's your cabin, guys. You sit up there of an evening and you got the bloody best view in the world, you know. It's like you can see for bloody miles. So nearest town's about 55 k's, but I got the concrete about, what was it, 80 k's away, and no one here to bother you most of the time. So yeah, and that's how she ruled.